So let's look at question 7, A, B, and C. Question 7A. In the diagram below, AB is a secant, or is tangent to circle C at point A. So that's your tangent. We'll call that T. What is the length of ED? So I want to know ED. Again, that's your diameter. So we'll just call it X there. But here's your formula. It's the tangent squared. So tangent squared equals the outer part, I'll just say outer, times the whole of the other secant. So tangent squared is going to be 24 squared. Your outer part, now that's this part here, that's that 16. So we say 16, and the whole thing is 16 plus x. So the sum of those is the whole secant. So you can do 16 plus x, x plus 16, doesn't really matter which order you add them, but that's your setup. See if you can solve that equation. 24 squared equals 16, x plus 16. Pause the video if you need to so you can try it on your own. All right, so I will guide you through some of the calculations. 24 squared is 576. You can see that from my calculator over here. So we get 576. And then I'm going to distribute the 16. 16 times x is 16x. 16 times 16 is 256. All right, next we want to subtract that 256 from both sides. So 576 minus 256, not sure what that is, so let's test that out. So it's 320. So 320 is going to be what 16x equals. And then we divide. So divide by 16. And that should be 20. And so you have it. Your that segment from E to D is 20. So let's see what that segment is and what it isn't, so we know how to write that. So x is 20. X is E to D. Now that is the segment from going through the center, so that's your diameter. So your radius would be 10, but it doesn't want another radius, it wants the diameter, so it's going to be 20. So 20, 16, 24. ED is 20. All right, pause the video, try letter B. All right, I got it set up. Nice thing about this problem is the T itself is already there. That's your tangent, kind of gimme. So that's going to be the number that gets squared. Well, it's not a number, it's just the T in this case. So we say T squared. The outer, well, let's see, 18 or 6. I believe the 6 would be the outer, right? So we're going to be 6. Now what's the whole thing? Well, it's going to be the sum of these two. So the whole is going to be 18 plus 6. We actually have the number, right? 18 plus 6, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 24. So that's our equation. Looks a little bit different than the last one. There's actually a little bit less work involved. 6 times 24 will have to be done first. So 6 multiplied by 24 is 144. 144. So T squared is equal to 144. Now, how do I solve a square? Well, we square root. So T is going to be the square root of 144. You should know what that is, but take a minute to calculate that if you don't. And that's going to give you a nice even 12. So 12 squared is 144. So your outer tangent, not your outer, is 12 units long. All right, I'm about to erase this and do letter C, so write down what you need. Try letter C, please. Do this one on your own as well. So try. You're not gonna know what you're doing unless you try. Okay, so we have x, 8, and 17. Which one is the tangent? It's gonna be this x here. So we always square the tangent, so it's gonna be x squared. And then the outer, that's gonna be the 8. So outer, and then the whole thing would be 8 plus 17. So very, very much like the last one. 8 times 8 plus 17. 8 plus 17 is going to be 25. So x squared is 8 times 25, right? 8 times 25, 4 times 25 is 100, so it'd be 200. And x is going to be the square root of 200. It says round to the nearest 100, so we're going to have to get a decimal for that. Let's see what the square root of 200 ends up being. SQRT, 200. 14.142135. It says round to the nearest hundredth. That's 2 decimal places. So it's going to be 14.14. And there you have it, folks. That's how you do that problem.